Yo, what up everyone? Today I got something special for you guys. It is another coaching session, but at the same time we are coaching a console player, which is a rare occasion. I'm glad that the player was willing to hand in his replay. We're gonna focus a lot on rotations and overall game mechanics, and not focus too much on things that he's limited by, the platform he's playing on. On top of that, he's playing solo v trios, so this is always exciting. I hope you guys enjoy the coaching session, and thank you for watching the video. It turns up a little bit. Alright, today we're gonna review a PS5 player. He's doing solo v trios. We're just gonna jump straight into it and enjoy. Just spawned in here. Just watch it full screen. Full screen is probably better. Let's watch it like that. I'm gonna do, I watched through it a little bit earlier already. I'm gonna speed it up here a little bit, because there's not much happening. I mean, spawning in. I don't really know, I'll be honest here, I watched it through it. I don't really know why you, don't go for the clue here. You would for the spawn fight. But I was honestly a little bit confused why you would not just go for the clue. After you check the initial spawn fight. But I will show you in a bit. You guys will see. Running around here a little bit, investigating. Especially running straight for ESP, running straight for enemies. True. Cheater. Nah. I really ignore clues and just roam map and find players only when solo zone. Okay. Okay, Ismail. Then I have a solid advice for you. What you should actually do. I'm gonna talk while doing it. If you just want to roam and ambush people, if that's your playstyle, you should check the spawn fight, but then immediately go in the middle of the map. I will pause here real quick. We're gonna jump in here real quick. What you definitely should do, you spawn here. Right, let me adjust it a little bit. We're spawning. What was that spawn? You spawn here and you instantly check the spawn fight, which is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea to check the spawn fight. You should always do that. But instead of running over here and then just idling here for a second and then coming back and grabbing that clue, what I usually do when I just want to roam the map and I want to get PvP, rush one of the double clues areas and just set up ambushes there. Because no matter where people are, if they spawn reefs lower, theoretically upper, shipyard, could go either way. But those compounds here are all gonna probably go through testimonial. And, instead of looking for the maybe spawn fight over here, what you should do is just maybe even ignore the clue if it's in a shit spot, or just run through it, grab it, whatever. But just go here and then post up here on the mount and just wait. Or they can post up here, but in general in this area, and just see if somebody's coming out of lower distal or out of reefs and try to get a pick. If that's your preferred playstyle. Works the same if you go Pelican, but just wait there for a little bit. And then grab clues, and then find out where the boss is as fast as possible. And then instead of doing the boss, a little bit of a spoiler here, I watched through it already, the boss is in Forked. And then just instead of doing the boss, you just roam around the area here, You just roam around. And just try to pick people off while they approach the boss. It's basically sniper gameplay 101. Instead of doing the boss, you just basically patrol the hot area, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's come back into the gameplay. Strategy meeting, yes. I just feel now you wasted a lot of time. We're already we are speeding through this here, but we're already almost 3 minutes into the game. Also, Rage, I hope you have a very lovely Friday so far. But at this point in time, 3 minutes, most people have moved on from the first compound and are moving to the second compound right now. So you're basically missing a lot of ambush opportunities here. Oh, you thought you saw someone there? That happens all the time. Honestly, that happens all the time, Ismari. Oh. Like, it's quite unlikely that somebody gets here. Like, that everyone usually heads for the double bounty or the double clue area. People usually do not go to another single clue compound. What here? I know, ditch headphones for earphones. I see that, yeah. Not a bad move. We're using 6-year-old Apple wired ones. Oh damn, okay. And you played? Did you play like Cycle on it today? Because I saw you were streaming Cycle. How was your stream, by the way, Rage? Oh damn. It seems like you're. I will talk about it in a second here. Like you already said, you're like roaming the map a lot. But it's kind of like what I said to Aure last time I coached. I feel like you don't really have a plan what you want to do here. Does that make sense? I'm gonna let it run through here. Oh, emotional damage. I have to deactivate the sounds real quick. Sorry. Like, this is gonna be annoying for the recording. I can't afford to do that. Points. 1 second. I'm gonna cut that out of the replay later. There we go. I'll just continue watching. But yeah, what I was gonna say. True, Lint. What I was gonna say, it seems like you don't really have a game plan, if that makes sense, Ismari. Like, you kind of just, like you said, you roam the map and bump into people and fight them. Now somebody is doing assassin. Yeah. For example, those guys, I think you could have, like... if you would have made it to the boss layer earlier, like, you would have figured out where the boss was, you could have, like... or you at least had the chance to get an ambush going. If like you usually play rifle, we can go into the drawing real quick. If you usually play rifle, like I said, and your goal is to like kill people and not like really do boss, I would always like, you know, like have the plan. What I do is like, you know, usually when I play the game, like what I do is like step 1, you know, I like get clues, you know, like this. But why do I do it? You know, step 2, find boss area, like find the boss. Find boss. At least, you know, like by grabbing clues, you kind of like, for example, like you grab this clue, then like, I don't know, random parts of the area just get like, you know, blurred out. So it kind of points down the area more and more where people are gonna be, right? Does that make sense? Like suddenly, you know, like, oh yeah, forked is the area where I want to be. And then 3 is like, either you like roam area. Or third party gunshots. That's what I would recommend if you like want to play rifle or sniper. That's usually how I play it. I grab clues, find out where the boss is, then find the boss, you know, find the general boss area. Then I roam the area, or I third party gunshots while, you know, if like, for example, like you're on your way from here, grab that clue, go over to Forked, and then you hear gunshots in that area. You just abandon your plan, go over here and try to like ambush them. That is true, Urfisch. But that wouldn't like, you know, it's always better to have a plan than just roam the map like randomly and just have no clue. Because you cannot improve if you don't know what you're doing. You know, if you know, if you don't have a set plan like that, and you just always run around the map completely randomly, you have nothing to improve on, if that makes sense. Like if you always like, you know, like once you spawn here and then you like go over here, next time you just like run over here and then you go over here. Like you have nothing you can focus on improving, if that makes sense. If you don't have a game plan. Like you don't have to like have to have a strict plan, but you have to have like a general plan that you want to follow. It doesn't be like, oh, I grab second clue, then I get third clue, then I go boss, and then I ambush. But just have like a general direction, basically, what you want to do. It helps me a lot when I play rifle or sniper as a solo. And obviously we are all 6-star players here, right? Kappa. That's true, and what you're saying is completely right. Yeah, like I know what you mean. Like, you know, in lower elo there can be more random stuff happens. That is for sure. Like, you know, sometimes people just don't go for the double clue, or people are just like for no reason staying in the starting area. But, you know, piece of advice I would, you know, even though it sounds kinda mean, but don't base your gameplay around 3-star elo, because you, by like just handing this in here and then trying to work on yourself, you will very rapidly get out of the 3-star beginner elo. So don't try to implement habits. It's like that in every game that help you against bad players. Try to like play perfect Hunt Showdown to a certain degree, because those good habits that you're learning here actually carry over into like higher elo. You know, then you don't have to like suddenly completely relearn the game once you made it from like 3 stars to like 4.5 stars. Because you already have like good habits that you just carry over into the higher elo. If that makes sense. Ah, I see you, fish. I see. Damn. I like that you decide to like not linger around fishery. It's like not a good compound to fight in. What I would have done here, like I would have gone like around it and then got pelican clues, so you have like a general idea where you're headed now. It's like the same as I said earlier. I wouldn't like randomly like run around the map. You got the bench rage, yeah. You gotta put in more practice. Then we're gonna put you back on the field. Make the habit to bring after or nitro. True. True. Finale, good evening. Oh, you saw someone? Okay, by the bridge. Is that max quality, by the way? Yes. Who's playing? Is Marius playing? I mean, it's me, right? Don't you see? I'm playing. Okay. I like the confidence that you take the shot. Movement too good. True. Don't know about console, but on PC I would assume means know every ladder. Yeah, it's better to overestimate your enemies than to underestimate them. In most cases. Piece of advice here. You didn't get a kill, and you just revealed your position like multiple times in a row by shooting. You should like try to like rotate a little bit. Like if you get a kill, then you maintain in that area. But you're like kinda let's just say you're like kinda here. You know where you're shooting from. After you miss like the second shot, either start instantly rotating this way or start rotating that way. Just so, because you didn't get a kill, you have no reason to like maintain here. You have no body to hold. And by shooting, this team here now knows your general direction. They haven't seen you yet, but they already know the area they have to look for you. So by like just instantly like rotating a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, doesn't have to be a 200-meter rotate, just like a little bit out of, you know, so your last known position. Because what's, you know, put yourself in those guys' shoes. They're in the bridge here, they hear gunshots from that area. They are 100% gonna scan the area where they hear gunshots from, right? Which I always call like the last known position. So by the time they look over here, you kinda don't wanna be there, if that makes sense. You know, you can just like move a little bit over here, shoot again. Then you can even go back, shoot again from here, or like you further rotate. You know, just keep them guessing. You're already at a huge disadvantage by being by yourself as a solo player. So I would just like, if possible, always try to rotate if you don't get a kill on your shot. We're watching that in like, 1.5 speed, by the way. Since it's like a very long replay. And I don't want to upload like a 1 hour video to my YouTube. I will later slow it down. Like later if there's a big gunfight happening and I will slow it down. Okay, they're leaving. I would maybe not... Yeah, I want to say that, like... They didn't really, like, look for you here. I don't know why they didn't, but, can't change that. But... You just crossed the water here, it's like... They could have spotted you, and I would not crouch here for this long. You only see one of the team. Like, one of them, one of the three. I would not crouch unless you know where people are, if that makes sense. General advice, if you don't know where everybody is, don't stand still, because there could be somebody looking at you. And by you crouching or standing still, you make yourself a very easy target. So, generally speaking, just keep moving, unless you know where everybody is. It's just like, it's not like a big mistake, just like, a little bit of an advice. Also, you should be a little bit more aware of your positioning here. Like, I like that you started rotating, but the problem, if you're like trapped here on that little island, if that team, you only saw her like running this way, if they would have started fighting you in this area, you're kinda trapped, if that makes sense. You're kinda trapped here. You probably should have like continued rotating over here, so in case you end up in a fight, you're not like trapped on that little island here. Because it's very hard to get off there, and there's not a lot of cover. If they tag you here, they get the tag on you, they could easily, like, one guy holds your body here, and the other teammates just start rotating to the sniper tower area, and suddenly you're kind of screwed. Always, like, try to, like, prioritize hard cover, like, an area where you can easily rotate from and easily heal behind. Just as a piece of advice. Like, when you, like, approach a fight and you're not in a fight yet, always try to, like, keep a look on your surroundings. Fish is a showcase of getting demoned by every team on the server, so much fun. Fishery is a bad compound. Yeah, I don't like it either. Like, fishery is a very... If anyone wondering why I said it was a good decision to leave fishery, just to explain that real quick. One team was inside killing the boss. He was here. We didn't know where anyone else was. If he starts like fighting the boss lair now, it's very likely that anyone is gonna eventually like come over here as well, and suddenly there's no room to play from. Like, Fishery just doesn't have really an area for a sieging team to safely siege the boss lair from without like going full in with a shotgun. So I usually avoid Fishery if I can, unless I have a shotgun. It's just not worth it, honestly. It's not a good compound to defend or to siege while there are multiple teams still alive. Because it's like it's kind of like lock bay. Like, there's always somebody being like 100 meters away, like just aiming at the compound. Like, lock bay has the same issue. And it's very hard to disengage out of that compound as well. Yeah. Now we are chasing the team. Again, I would probably grab the clue here. Just to have like a general idea where they're headed. Like, if you would just, for example... A little bit of spoiler here. Like I said, I already like skipped through it a little bit. If you would have like grabbed that clue here, you would have probably seen, like, let's just draw the cutout here. It was roughly like that, the cutout, right? This is kind of the cutout. If you would have grabbed this clue here, I don't know where the clue was. It would have probably grayed out this area here. Like, it would have grayed this out, most likely. Not sure if it would be in, like, the exact same cutout, but kind of this area would have grayed out. But it would have indicated you that it goes up. Like, kind of in an upward direction. And by two teams having a fight here and this team crossing and going towards Kingsnake, you could have, like, done an educated guess that the boss would probably be Kingsnake. It's like a little bit more of an advanced tactic, but yeah. I would always grab clues just so you get like information and have an idea where people are headed. Because the cutouts are the same for everyone. If you didn't know that, yeah, I can go into it. Like if somebody, like I said, grabs like, yeah, here's a cutout, kind of like that. Anyone who grabs like the first clue, doesn't matter if it's Lower Desal, Reefs, Shipyard or Fort, is gonna cut this area off for anyone who grabs the first clue. Even if you like grab it in Sister Estate, Moses or Pelican, this area is always the same for everyone. So you can kind of plan ahead where people are going. Like everyone gets the exact same compounds eliminated when they pick up a clue. So you can kind of like abuse it a little bit as a solo player to plan your ambushes. Oh, they placed a trap on the dead body. I was actually meaning to ask you what I could learn the compound. Play quick play a lot, honestly. And just actively fight with close quarter combat, what Urfich said, yeah, Maki. Just play a lot of quick play and just actively fight. Don't even play for winning. Just pick up whatever gun you find and feel comfortable with and just actively just fight. You just need hours, sadly. There's no easy way to learn it. You just need hours in Hunt Showdown. Oh. Okay. Sounds like that team is up by the King Snake. Spiders here. We just heard that. Again, I wouldn't make myself like such an easy target. We're gonna go into the game later. I'm gonna slow that down here, but we are already at 100%. Clue is red. Kinda ballsy to approach that here that close. Recently found that quick play effects of MR2. It does trigger, so don't. Did where you went into the same compound, and I'm gonna do that later, yeah. Maki, I'm gonna do that later. Oh, I can show you how to do that. It's in Trials, Maki. You just go Trials and then you just load into the compound without doing the trial. And then you can like run around in the compound. Little bit of a tip here. It didn't get you killed here, but if you like ever are next to a red barrel, just either shoot it yourself or run away. Like you never want to like stand next to a red barrel. That can get you in trouble really, really quick. Also, again, you like a little bit too static here. Like somebody just shot at you and you clearly have no idea where they were. As long as you, like I said earlier, as long as you don't know who you're fighting or their current position, I would avoid standing still as much as possible. Because that person already knows where you are, you have to still figure out where they are. Also, like, I know, like, little spoiler, it's like the bounty team approaching. Always, like, while you're not fighting and there's like a double bounty on the map, always check the map to see where the bounty is going. You know, you don't have to constantly check it, but keep an eye on what the bounty team is doing. Because there's like the lightning on the map. If you open a map, I will show it real quick. Like, you know, if you open a map, the two bounty thingies are like here. Like you see like the little lightnings. And no matter where the bounty goes, in this case, you probably would have seen that the bounty... Urfisch. Appreciate the 2 months. You probably would have seen here.
Love that you're taking the effort to coach Smile.
I try. I actually enjoy doing that. But yeah, you would have probably seen by opening the map that the bounty was moving in your direction. You don't have to like always check it, but especially after the bounty was picked up, just check on the map what they're doing. So you don't get like surprised ambushed or third partied. Like the lightning on the map that you see once the bounty has been picked up or the banishment has happened is actually the current location of the bounty. Yeah, I totally get that, Ismari. Totally get that. Yeah. This works out here by the way for him, but like you're kinda like again like you put yourself in a bad spot. If you get tagged here, you're probably dead. Because you like were not in a position where you had any kind of cover. you have footsteps behind you as well. Uh-oh. Able to aim like this with a controller. Yeah, it's actually respectable, right, Salty? That looks like almost like PC gameplay, and he's playing on controller. Nice, let's go. Yeah, right? Oh, is that got a necro? Okay. Got the rekill, perfect. Ooh, there we go. Quick on the heal. Nice, got the big witch shot. Instant full HP. The insta revive, nice rekill. And there comes the new army, let's go. Nice. Small tip here, when you like do the initial scan, do a 360 scan, just so you like know where everybody is. You only saw 2 people in scan, so always do a 360 to get info, if you can. Like if you like, some nice farmage here, yeah. He's definitely playing well. I'm gonna load up Kingston. We're gonna do it later. But yeah, try prioritizing hardcover first. I'm actually gonna load up Kingston quick. Just while we wait, and then I'm gonna explain it to you in a second. This is how you do it, Marky, by the way. You go into trials, to here, and that, and then you just like click play, and then it loads you into the compound. Use a lot of Xenia as well, by the way. This Mari. That's just a little tip. Nax appreciates the follow. I know you have like bodies to loot. Also, you have a region shot. I'm gonna say that in a second. You're using a lot of scan at the moment for not a lot of info gathering. And yeah, Nooks, appreciate the follow, welcome. Again, like... I feel like he could have gotten away here with like only 2 scans. Nice kill. Get the reload in, rotate to the left. I like the rotation here. Yeah, I get that, Ismari, you know? I get that. You know? Little piece of advice. Like, you now use your region shot. I would usually try to always use the region shot before the fight begins. Like earlier when you heard the footsteps, when like the assassin team approached, I would have like looked for hard cover and instantly injected the region shot, because region shots can actually save your ass when they're already running. Like sometimes you literally survive a 2-tap that you shouldn't have survived, simply due to the fact that you have like a region shot running. Like, if it's possible. It's not always possible, but if you can, always use the region shot before the fight has happened. Like, you can always tell when a fight is about to happen, right? If you run out of ammo or not, is these double taps? Should also have worked with a little bit. Yeah. Wouldn't have been the worst idea. What up, empty? Oh, that wasn't a headshot. Unlucky. Unlucky. I like how you instantly go for the consumable here. Because you don't want to rush a shotgun, right? Don't want to chaser, because he can one-tap you. Imperfection. Hello, hello. Now it's kind of tricky. I like to back off here a little bit, because they're probably revived. And you're fighting a shotgun. So you want to keep distance. Because it's like the most devastating thing, to fight a shotgun while not having a shotgun as a solo in close quarter. And now it's like the awkward situation, right? Like, can't do anything about it right now. But because you used scan too often, or like too rapidly back to back earlier, you're now out of scan, and you would like to have more information here right now, right? True, Lord of the Farts, right? His aim is actually pretty good for console. Like, I would just be a little bit more resourceful with your scans. Like, only use them. Like I said that last coaching session as well. Try to use your scan only when it has a purpose. Like, people cannot go, like, you know, from one place to another within, like, a second. Nice movement, by the way, after the shot. I like that you, like, start strafing after every shot. Oh, yeah. A little bit too confident here. Like, he got the kill and then he, like, ran out in the open. I would, like, try to, like, stay in hard cover there. Or, like, stay near cover. Oh. One bullet. You downed, like, 2 of them now, right? Or did you down the same person twice? Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter. You also, like, didn't reload here, but that happens. Happens to me as well. And that would not have been a 2-tap with Vitali. That is true, Ophish, yeah. That is true. Oh, now you're out of bullets. Oh, the Crowning King. Uh-oh. That's, like, pretty awkward. It's like, yeah, it's unfortunate you're out of ammo here. Even though it sounds stupid, you kind of have to keep the fight going here. I know what you're doing now. I'm going to speed that up. He's going to go look for ammo here. But you're kind of giving him the revives. I would have just continued contesting with your new army here. I would maybe look into playing a different pistol that you feel more comfortable with. Maybe try to play like Officer, or maybe try to play like Spitfire. A gun that is like a little bit easier to get kills with on distance. Simply due to the higher velocity. Because you're basically just giving them free revives now. If they have a sticky bomb, they could just like kill Spider right now and get a full reset. Yeah, I would try the Officer. Especially with high value, it's a really good pistol. Since you kind of play special ammo in the new army anyways. True, Dominic, if you like forget to reload, just scream reload bug. Good awareness though that you like instantly checked where the supply drop was. But yeah. High value for carbine, that is annoying, Marky. Worth it though. It's a really good gun. But I've been there. It's like very annoying to unlock. The Doge is an often overlooked gun. Really rewarding. I'm not gonna recommend anyone to play the Doge. It's a good weapon, but it's very expensive. Like, I cannot like tell people who are like trying to improve with the game, here who just run Doge every round. Because they're not gonna be able to afford that every round. I don't know my carbine over the others though. That's just what I was told. Because you don't need any traits for the carbine. So it's like basically a plug and play gun. Like with the Winfield you need iron repeater to have the fire rate. And yeah. Oh. Nice tag. Oh. What? Oh, I guess she just moved when you pressed mouse 1. But you got the kill, which is nice. Let me slow that down here real quick. My carbine? Yeah. It's a standard officer. Because the carbine is a rifle. The normal officer is a pistol. I'll actually go for the loot here. Just to get like information. Okay, there are those down there. I would have maybe swapped to the Vitali here, low-key. I know it's like a little bit weird, but like... Because you're very low on bullets. It's like a variant, it's just a rifle. It's like a... Oh. Damage over distance too. Yeah, exactly. More damage carryover. Ooh. see. Okay. I would have probably stayed on the high ground here, just to like keep the vision in before. But it's always hard to tell. Oh. Okay. I like how you instantly start chasing with the new army. But yeah, probably would have prioritized healing here. It worked out, but like that could have gotten you killed there. Now you're in a 1v1, let's see how you play that. Him to your left. It's probably crouching here. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Good movement though. I like that you like strafe jump. Nice, let's go. I like that you strafe jump after every shot. That's a good habit. Like, it's a very good habit. Now his Mari is just gonna, like, you know, go through, kill the boss. Nothing is really gonna happen here. Just killing Spider. Doesn't really matter. No, he just goes through and then goes to extract. Yeah. Something I definitely saw, like I said earlier. Definitely, like, you know, like I said, kind of like have a plan ready. Grab clues to gather information more, because you kind of ignore the clues a lot. Was a good round, but especially in this fight here, what I saw a lot, it's like a very easy to fix habit, but it's also a very bad habit to have. Like, you often neglect like high cover, like hard cover. Like in this case, it worked out for you, especially when you were over here. Like the first team you were fighting initially. You came this way, you were out here, then you heard footsteps running up from here. And you were just waiting for them to peek you. You were just like out here in the middle of nowhere, you see that? If you don't hit that shot, but they tag you, it's very unlikely that you get behind that wagon here. And even if you get behind the wagon, now you're stuck. And that thing is completely penetrable as well. When you heard those gunshots, the footsteps, I would have immediately backed off here. Just hold the angle from over here. You can do the same shot. If you hit the shot, you know, just continue fighting. But if you miss the shot, you can instantly go behind cover, go further back. Just try to like stay near hard cover. You always have to like have a little buffer zone that allows you to heal as fast as possible as a solo. Especially since I had bounty, they know you're alone. Then you could have, you know, if you miss the shot, you just go back here, go on top, keep contesting. Or like here, if you like get caught out here in the open, you got your tag. Instead of like holding that and continue fighting, immediately go to the wagon here. Keep contesting, but instantly make your way over here. Like instantly like have some kind of cover in between you and them. Just for the chance that you get tagged and you have to heal. Yeah, Deadeye is just overall awkward, I agree. But yeah, just always have like a buffer zone, if that makes sense. Like always, when I play rifle, until I down someone, I try to have like a 50, right? Like kind of like 50-ish meters buffer zone. Let's go up here real quick. Go here, do a little bit of that. Go here. Like for example, you know, like if you like almost a fight kinda. Here's that road. You were kinda like here. That was your position. And then they came up from like down here, I think. Oops, didn't change the color. They came up from down here. I would always, or like this is in general, this was their position. I would always try to have between you and them, first of all, any kind of hard cover that you can get. Not always possible. And then try to have like kind of like 50-meter buffer zone in between you and them. That basically allows you to heal before they run you down. Like first of all, have hard cover to hide behind so you can heal. And always have like a little buffer zone. But it's because it's pretty simple. Just ignore what I'm like where we are drawing here. But like let's just say that is your position. This is them. I just pretend in between here that's 50 meters. Like in between you and them, that's like 50 meters. you use your wit shot. Like, just pretend there's like hard cover here. Here's hard cover. You go behind it, you get tagged. You heal. If they push you now, by the time you're healed up, they only made it like halfway. So you can still re-peek and shoot at them. Meanwhile, if they would be only like 25 meters, you would again go behind cover, heal. But by the time you're done healing, if this was only 25 meters, like I said, they would already be in your face. And then you're in a bad position where you have to hit headshots or you die. Like, always like try to have like I call it a buffer zone that gives you time to react, whatever you want to do. If it's time to rotate, to heal, just take cover, just always have like a little safety zone until you get kills and can start snowballing. Oops. Sadly, my internet died at the end, or at the very end of the coaching session. Luckily, I said everything I wanted to say already. I just didn't wrap it up, but I hope you guys enjoyed the coaching session. Thank you for watching and see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.